Dave Huseman here with Valpo All Access, and standing by with what should have been the player of the game, full disclosure coming later, Shea Frederick. Shea, let's just go right to that fourth quarter. What possessed you to take that game over like you did tonight?
I don't know. I don't think it was really the mindset of taking the game over. It was kind of just taking what the defense was giving us, and sometimes it was me to take it in, and other girls hit shots. Caitlin hit a big shot, Grace White hit a big shot. I think all of us stepped up and kind of took over together.
7 points in the fourth quarter turns to 21 for you. Obviously, you talked about other girls, but sometimes somebody just needs to take charge. And it looked like at the end there when a big shot needed to be made, and forget all the threes that you knocked down, that drive to the basket where you capped off and I think cut it to 2 at that point, that was probably one of the biggest momentum swings at that point of the game.
Yeah, those drives were open. I just needed to be a little more stronger, and finally I was when it, mattered the most. But, yeah, I was just trying to get in there, see if we could get another cutter, if the other girls were staring at the ball, or get a looper, and I just decided to take it in, and I thought I had an opening.
And then from my vantage point calling the game, one of the things that I always really respect about teams that come back and amazing victories like you guys had tonight was the ability to not quit. It's not that you guys were ever out of the game with effort, but in the second and third quarters especially, it looked like just nothing was going right. What did you guys talk about and do to really just keep your head in that game and have that chance to turn around in the fourth?
I just think our biggest thing was just we knew we had to stay together. And Coach came in at halftime and, screamed at us about how we're a good team, and, we are. So there's no reason why we can't win these games or even come back being down. So I think we just, we have a lot of trust in each other, and I think we just kept reminding each other of that, and, we could do it.
Well, it's good to see you guys get a victory back home tonight. And Shea, I know everybody that watched and everybody here at the Arc really appreciate the effort you guys put in. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, Dave Hughes here now with Coach Evans. And Coach, before we talk about all the exciting things that happened in the fourth quarter, what was the halftime message that you were giving this squad after that second quarter?
Just that we need to do things right. I don't think we played very well in the second quarter. I didn't think our first quarter was horrible. But I thought in the second quarter we kind of just stopped executing anything. We were just kind of running around. We weren't working well together. We weren't doing anything the way we were supposed to. So I tried to help them remember that when they do things the way that they're supposed to, when they play Valpo basketball, they're a really good team. But when they kind of go off and they just start doing things how they want or easier, because what we do isn't always easy, we look very bad at times. And so I just tried to remind them of that. I tried to challenge them of that and just continue to reiterate that they're a good basketball team, and they have to believe that they're a good basketball team, and then they have to go out and do the things that we do and try to do them the best that they can do it.
Obviously, you've got the pulse of this team. 2 points in the second quarter, 32 points in the fourth quarter. You see turnarounds like that game by game, but in the same game. And what I mean by having the pulse of this team, Coach, in my opinion, they trust in you because they believe you trust in them in order to turn that around. Is that something that you guys have built over this season, over the course of the years? What can you attribute that to?
I think I just have really good people. I think they're really good people with great character, and they care a lot about each other. And hopefully they care about me. I care very much about them as individuals. And so they fight for each other. And I challenged them at the end of the third quarter to fight for each other, to keep working, to keep scrapping, and to control the things that they could control. They can't control everything on the basketball court. They can't control what Loyola does. They can't control what officials do. They can't control what a lot of people do, but they can't control what they can do and what we can do as a team. And I kind of challenged them to do that and to continue to fight for each other. And then, I thought halfway through the fourth quarter, we tried to do some things offensively where we were just trying to go quick and give Shea some opportunities to get to the rim and create for her teammates. And I think that kind of increased our sense of urgency. And I think when this team plays with a sense of urgency, they're a good team. And when we play a little bit more, laid back, we're not nearly as good.
You mentioned Shea. Fourth quarter, we just talked to her. Just uncanny what she was able to do tonight. But I don't think I've ever seen a more impactful 13 seconds than what Zoe did tonight. Drawing that charge call and getting the ball back without even having to risk free throws, is that something you guys actually work on, or was that just her being a heady player in that moment?
It was her being a heady player in that moment. I put her in there. I think she's got really good anticipatory skills. I think that she was a goalkeeper, and so I might be biased because I was a goalkeeper, but I think we were pretty good at anticipating things. So I put her in the press to try to be kind of our safety, the person that they tried to throw it long, could read things with their eyes and make plays. And she did that. She read the kid coming off the screen to the basketball, and she jumped out there, and she made a huge play. And I'm really, really proud of her. The kid does a lot of things right.
All the girls really stepped up in their own way tonight. Zoe did, obviously Shay did, amongst others. Coach, this was a huge game. You heard the cheering, the momentum's there, but you got 2 big road games coming up. Is this momentum you think this team can carry on to the next 2 matchups?
I hope so. I mean, like I said, this league is really, really good, and so we're going to enjoy this win before we even start thinking about UNI and Drake. And there's a lot to celebrate. There are a lot of kids that made really good plays. I have to credit my staff. They did a fantastic job, too, in the last 2 minutes of bringing really good ideas and keeping me in touch with what was going on. So, I feel blessed to have the young women I have, to have the staff that I have. And, we're trying to build something here, and there's a process to this, and we can't rush that process. But tonight was a big step for our team. This is a big win against a top 100 team. And I think that's a big step for us in gaining confidence and understanding that you can play with good teams in this league as well.
Well, you and the girls made Valparaiso proud tonight, and you put the Valley on notice that everybody in the Valley can be upset on any given night. Congratulations, Coach.
All right, thank you.
It was Coach Evans.